welcome back to the channel. So before starting our class, I think some of you are aware National Testing Agency NTA officially announced the date of UGC NET examination 2020. So it is going to start from September 16. Since the NTA announced our date of UGC NET examination, that is from September 16. So what I am planning for today's video, I will try to complete the preamble of Constitution. One more video I will make based on our syllabus, which means our Constitution based on our Indian Constitution. Okay. The remaining syllabus we can cover by solving some question paper. Okay. And many aspirants suggested me to do certain mock tests. So what I am planning till our examination, we can do certain mock tests as well. Okay. So I got many suggestions to post video every day because it's very difficult to post videos every day and we have multiple tasks and other commitment to complete many other work. So I will try to post video 3 or 4 videos in a week. So I cannot promise that I can post the video every day. So try to prepare well. I will also give some more mock test and question and answer through my videos. Okay. So try your best for the upcoming examination. Okay. So moving on to today's class. So today I am going to discuss about preamble of the Constitution. So the American Constitution was begin with the preamble. Okay. And later some other countries like India started to follow this practice. So what is mean by preamble? So the term preamble refers to the preface, or we can say that introduction of the Constitution, and it is actually helping to understand the summary or essence of our Constitution. Or else we can say that preamble is considered as the identity card of a constitution. Okay. So the preamble of India is based on objective resolution drafted and moved by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and adopted by the Constituent Assembly. Okay. And later it has been amended in 42nd Constituent Assembly Act 1976, and they added 3 terms in preamble, that is secular, socialist and integrity. Okay. Now we can check the text of the preamble.
We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
So we need to know some of the key words of our preamble. I think before that we should know some of the ingredients of our preamble. We can say that the preamble reveals mainly 4 ingredients, or we can say that the 4 components. Okay. So the first component of preamble is considered as source of authority of the Constitution. So the preamble states that the constitutions derive authority from the people of India. Second component is, or we can say that the second ingredient is nature of Indian state, and it declares India to be of a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic polity. The third component is considered as the objective of the Constitution. Okay, so it specifies justice, liberty, equality and fraternity as the objectives. And fourth component, date of adoption of the Constitution, and it stipulates November 26, 1946 as the date. So now we can discuss about some of the key words in our preamble. So first we can discuss about the sovereign. So what the word sovereign implies? So the word sovereign implies that India is neither a dependency nor a dominion of any other nation, but it is an independent state, which means there is no authority above it and it is free to conduct its own affairs, which means internal or external. Okay. So the second keyword I am going to discuss about socialist. So as I mentioned before, the term socialist added in our preamble in our 42nd amendment in 1976, so which we already discussed. So but even before, you can see some of the content of socialist in our certain directory principle of state policy. So I'm not discussing about directory principle of state policy in this video. So I'm planning to make a separate video. I mean, my upcoming video mainly planning to concentrating onto the directory principle of state policy. Okay. Notably, the Indian brand of socialism is democratic socialism, not a communistic socialism. Okay, because this democratic socialism mainly aims to end poverty, ignorance, diseases and inequality of opportunity. And you can see the Indian socialism is a blend of Marxism and Gandhism, and it leans heavily towards Gandhian socialism. Okay, moving on to third keyword, that is secular. So as I mentioned before, the term secular also added in our preamble by the 42nd Amendment in 1976. Indian Constitution embedded the positive concept of secularism. That is, all religion in our country, irrespective of their strength, have same status and support from the state. Okay. So the fourth key term is democratic. Okay. So a democratic polity as stipulated in our preamble, it is mainly based on the popular sovereignty. That is, possession of supreme power by the people. So you can see there are mainly two types of democracy, that is direct and indirect democracy. So a direct democracy means the people exercise their power directly. Say for example, as like Switzerland. Okay. On the other hand, indirect democracy means here the representatives is actually elected by people, and these representatives have the supreme power and they makes laws. Okay. And this democracy also known as representative democracy. And this representative democracy is also two types. That is parliamentary and presidential. Okay. I think from this meaning you are clear. The Indian democracy is representative parliamentary democracy, under which executive are responsible to the legislature to all its policies and action. Okay. Like if you're saying universal adult franchise, periodic election, rule of law, independence of judiciary and absence of discrimination on certain ground are the manifestation of the democratic character of Indian polity. So the next keyword, that is republic. A democratic polity can be classified into two, that is monarchy, and second one is republic. In a monarchy system, the head of the state, which means the king or queen, enjoys through a hereditary position. Okay. Whereas in a republic, the head of the state is usually elected directly or indirectly for a period of time. Okay. So therefore the term republic in our preamble indicates India has elected head, which means which is called as president. Okay, elected head, which is called as president. Okay. He is actually elected indirectly for a fixed period of 5 years. So the next key term is justice. Our preamble embraces three distinct forms of justice, that is social, economic and political justice, and which is actually covered with various fundamental and directive principles. So now we can check what this social justice, political justice and economic justice means in our preamble. Okay. So first one is social justice, which denotes that equal treatment to all citizens without any social distinction based on caste, color, race, religion, sex and so on. Okay. And which means the absence of privileges being extended to any particular section of the society, and improvement in the condition of backward classes and women. So moving on to the economic justice, which means that do not distinct people based on their economic factors, which means based on their wealth, property and etc. So the combination of social justice and economic justice is known as distributive justice. So the last one, political justice, which implies that all citizens have the equal political rights, equal access to all political offices and equal voice in the government. And the ideal of this political, economic and social justice is actually taken from Russian Revolution 1917. Okay. So the next term, that is liberty. So the term liberty usually denotes that absence of restraints of activity in individuals, also at the same time providing the opportunity for the development of individual personality. Which means the preamble secures to all citizens of India liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship through their fundamental rights, and also enforceable in court of law in case of violation. So the next term is equality. Equality means the restriction of special privilege to any section of the society, also equal opportunity for all citizens without any discrimination. Okay, I mentioned some of the provision from fundamental rights, which is actually ensuring the civic equality. First one, equality before law, Article 14. Second one, prohibition of discrimination on ground of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth, Article 15. Equality of opportunity in matter of public employment, Article 16. Next one, abolition of untouchability, Article 17. Abolition of title, Article 18. And the last key term is fraternity. Fraternity means a sense of brotherhood, and the constitution promote the feelings or sense of brotherhood through the single citizenship. And the fundamental duty says that it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to promote harmony and spirit of common brotherhood among all the people of India, transcending religion, linguistic, regional or sectional diversity. So these are the main point in the preamble of Indian Constitution. So I will upload one more video based on our UGC NET examination syllabus. I think mainly based on our Indian Constitution syllabus. Okay. So the remaining part, as I mentioned, I will try to complete by including some solving some question paper, and I will give some mock series or mock test. Okay. So since NTA declares September 16 as our UGC NET examination date, what I suggest you people to do, try to solve maximum question paper, especially try to collect previous year question paper and solve maximum. If you can solve the maximum question paper, okay, at least try to give 2 or 3 hours per day only for solving the previous year question paper. I suggest you to give equal importance for your first paper and second paper, and if you are giving 3 hours for solving your first paper, give 3 hours for your second paper as well. Okay. Also, what I suggest you to do, like if you are solving your previous year question paper, you can find one question paper. For one question you have the 4 options, right? So you should select the right answer. Also try to find out the question for remaining options. Okay. So it is very effective. Actually, you can get more question and answer from only one question itself. So because you have 3 options, and try to find out the answer for the remaining 3 options. Okay. Also, what I suggest, try to concentrate on your strong area. Since you have very little time for your NET examination, don't concentrate again on your weaker area, because it will take again more time to understand the concept. So what you can do, try to find out what is your strong area, collect more question and answer in your particular area, and you should be in a position to clear whatever question if you are getting from your strong area. Okay, I will suggest you to go again for understanding all the concept in our syllabus. Okay, so what I suggest, if you prepared any notes, read that notes and try to solve the question paper. As much question paper you can solve per day, that will be better. Okay. So that's all. So if you have any query, any doubts, you can mail me. I will try to give reply. And study well from your part. I will also try to give the support which I can give to you, but I am not promising that I can post the video every day in a week. Okay. Also, if you are coming across any students who are preparing for the upcoming Central Universities Examination 2020, Pencil, the School of Competitive Examination, providing support for the students through a online crash course. Okay, and for more admission related queries, you can contact in this number. So I will give the link of institution in my description box. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any query, please free to contact through my mail ID.